Greetings from Steve Tucker for Bike for Two. Next segment's in Yale, out on the water a little bit, and we saw a couple of different items of interest. Eli Whitney's museum and a place called Goose Dam you'll also find interesting. We went sightseeing before we went bike riding. So anyway, hope you enjoy this. There's a lot to talk about as we go through the pictures and videos, and I think you'll find it interesting as well. Please enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please recall that this is our fourth repositioning and fourth bike ride. Hannah's enjoying driving through the tunnel under the water in Baltimore, as you can tell. And last but not least, we are going to drive through New York City during a high peak of traffic.
Dangerous times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight.
As par for our trips, we found a lighthouse, and so to find that lighthouse, we had to drive over to East Haven, Connecticut, where we not only found the lighthouse that you couldn't go up in, but we found a carousel that you could ride for 50 cents and a beach. Now, this is a upper Atlantic coast beach, not the sugar sand of Florida. Our next stop was Eli Whitney's museum and workshop, where a diorama for water power was displayed. Right behind there was a place called Goose Dam, very beautiful spill dam. Our next major stop was the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial behind Goose Dam on the hill overlooking New Haven. It described 4 different wars and a great view of the city of New Haven. This particular segment of the video, it's just showing you that the area has cycling infrastructure in the forms of isolated bike lanes, share rows, share the road, and paths. We weren't really all that concerned about the traffic. They seemed to leave us alone. But what you're also seeing in the mapping portion is the meandering. We're all over the place, we're goofing off, and just an enjoyable ride in the afternoon. As you can see, it's right into the city park at the end of the last video. You may have noticed that we just kind of stood around, took pictures, circled the water fountains for a minute, and then on down to the pier next to the water. O Yale, wherefore art thou? We spent some time trying to figure out where the center mass of Yale was. We found it up on the hill. We found it part of it next to the Farmington Canal Heritage Trail, and then we found what used to be the old center of it with the older buildings more towards the downtown area. Confusing? Not really. When you go to Kansas University, it's kind of the same drill, up and down the hills. In this case, over and across. The next smaller segments of video are us riding around inside of the older portion in the courtyards, plural, next to the old library, and around to the front of the primary road cutting through the middle of Yale.
Straight to me means, do you want to go back in here? You. Turning right. Well, I'm not making that one either. Okay, now which way? Tap my shoulder. That court, right? Yep. That gate. Yep. Okay. Okay, I know where I'm going. Which direction is it? Thank you. There's a nice looking gate over here. You want me to stop on this side or stop on the other side? Okay. I would get those rails at the bottom too if you were going to take a picture.
One last ride on this trip, up towards Southington and Cheshire, and it's the last one before I have to go to work and earn the donuts.
Per hour. Split speed 11.2 miles per hour.